What is going on, everybody? I have a Showdown replay battle for you all to watch with your eyeballs. But yeah. So other than that, I was playing Showdown with this new team I made. It's a Sticky Web team with Pangoro and Mesprit as my two main offensive Pokemon because they like Sticky Web support. Then Vileplume, Lantern, defense, of course, Specs, Pyroar, that kind of stuff. Not a whole lot to say about my opponent's team except for the fact that it's super bulky, minus the Raichu, and I also was fairly entertained when I was making the team preview because you're just really entertained by Torterra's art because it's just like, rah, and yeah, I don't know. Anyways, might as well just get off onto the game real quick. This game, not going to be able to commentate it turn by turn just because this entire game is like 70, 80 turns long, so it's sped up a whole lot, but generally what I'm trying to do here is Sticky Web's not going to be my main priority just because the fastest thing on his team is going to be his Raichu, and the fact that his Xatu just went for the trick right off the bat and gave my Ariados the Choice Scarf, that just tells me that he no longer has a Scarfer, and that means my Pyroar can pretty much outspeed anything on his team barring his Raichu. But if I could manage to get my Sticky Webs up with Ariados and get past the Xatu and Mantine, then I should be good to go. But as far as it goes right now, I am not going to be setting up my hazards. Like as you saw there, I had a kind of opportunity, but just went straight for the Poison Jab. Fortunately got the Poison on the Xatu, but Poison's not going to be there long because freaking Audino exists and it has Heal Bell and it's wishing, protecting shenanigans. And yeah, so this Audino has knockoff, which was actually a good thing that it knocked off my Choice Band on Pangoro. Otherwise, this game would have been a lot longer than it should have because just the ability to switch up moves on my Pangoro was really nice for me in this game anyways. But yeah, so right there he was playing some switching shenanigans to try to force my Pangoro out with a parting shot on Xatu and stuff. But main Pokemon on his team that I need to get past is, like I said, the Xatu. Not a priority to get past that just because I could get my Toxic Spikes up, which is probably what I should have been aiming for, just killing the Xatu and get Toxic Spikes up. But even if I did get Toxic Spikes up, his Mantine was still around to defog those away, so that's really wasn't going to do a whole bunch for me. But getting Xatu out of the way, it's a big thing. Getting the Granbull out of the way is another big thing because Granbull can almost single-handedly take out my entire team because Granbull's bulky. I don't know how well it can take a Choice Specs Fire Blast from Pyroar, especially from full HP, just because most of them do run max HP. And I actually have seen Assault Vest or Granbull before, so I don't know if it's going to be that. It's leftovers though, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, going to my Mesprit. This Mesprit right now, I changed it up later. It's right now, or for this game, it was like Calm Mind with Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Dazzling Gleam. I changed that so it's just Fly Forward with 4 attacks. Yeah, so where are we right now? I Aromatherapy just because my Lantern was toxic. No, my Mesprit was toxic, and I wanted to keep Mesprit around just for his Granbull and Torterra, just because those are more physical attackers, and my physical, no, not Torterra a whole lot, just because I had Pyroar. But yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna let Vileplume die here because I figured he was just gonna go for the Wood Hammer, predicting my Mesprit switch in, realizing that Vileplume was my best switch into Granbull, but that's not the case. So going to Lantern as he ends up going into the Raichu. I'm not scared of this thing at all. If he wants to go for a Thunderbolt, I have Volt Absorb. And I wasn't going to go for my own Volt Switch or anything like that, especially with this Mantine, because I didn't want him to switch back into Raichu, get that +1, and do a whole lot more damage to me with Lantern, especially since I'm toxic once again. So right here, I'm going to go for a Poison Jab right now, just because I didn't want his Mantine to get his free switch in like it did the first time, because I want to get some of my hazards up, and if I could kill the Mantine, then I'll be able to get my hazards up a lot sooner and quicker and easier and not have to worry about him getting them off of the field. So Pangoro's in. Pangoro is probably going to be my best Pokemon to deal with the majority of his team, just because looking at his team, like the Granbull, I have Poison Jab for that, but Granbull, Intimidate, that kind of stuff is not good. Either way, I just know I'm faster than him, so I will be able to get safe switches into Ariados or get safe switches into a Pokemon and not have to worry about taking massive damage. So right here, he does decide to go into Mantan. I'm just going to try to burn this thing, try to kill it off. He actually opts to just go for the Skull to try to burn me. But fortunately, no burn for him, no poison for me off on the Mantine, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so Pangoro here, like I said, this Autono, just the fact that his team was so bulky made things so frustrating. But right here is where I started to get an upper hand, because he was trying to, or he was focusing on healing up his defensive Pokemon, being Torterra and Mantine, obviously. So I was able to predict around that correctly and knock out two of his biggest defensive Pokemon. The last big, no, well, I still have to worry about Gramble. I forgot how much HP that thing was at about now. But either way, my main goal right here is just try to kill the Autono, because if I could kill Autono, then that would be grand. But yeah, just going for Psychics on this thing just because I want to try to get a special defense drop. That would be great. But right here, I just leave Mesprit to die just because it was more or less useless, because I have answers for all of his Pokemon. I have Pyroar for anything on his team, really. 68%, that's fine. Storm Throw, gonna do that. Right here, I believe I go for the Party Shot just so I could get a switch into my Lantern, so that I can use Lantern as a pivot to get a safe switch into my Ariados, so that I can try to kill that Gramble off with a Poison Jab. But right here goes to Autono. I figured now would be a great time to switch into my Ariados. Right here, for some reason, I decided to set up my Sticky Web over my Toxic Spikes, when I probably should have set up a layer of Toxic Spikes first and then try to go for Sticky Webs later, because like I said, Sticky Web probably was the better play, because that means that my Pyroar and the rest of my Pokemon will be able to outspeed his Raichu. Anyways, at this point it's game, just because his Autono is pretty much dead. I have no, it's not pretty much dead. What am I talking about? Gramble's dead. Raichu's pretty much dead. I go for Storm Throw, kill this thing off, easy peasy. Raichu comes back in. He's not gonna be able to kill off my Pangoro with a Thunderbolt, and even if he did manage to kill me off, my Pyroar still would have been able to outspeed and kill him off. So that was that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this game. If you did, feel free to leave comments down below. Do not forget to show the like button some love, and I will hopefully try to have some stuff recorded and I'll try to have some regular content, so to speak, soon, because working is just I really don't want to do anything when I get home from work, so that explains lack of Showdown and stuff like that. So anyways, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave comments down below, blah blah blah, that kind of fun stuff. So bye.